Hello everybody, welcome to the first vlog of 2021. I know how to do fingers. So it is just after midnight, so it is now the 8th of January. I am supposed to be sleeping so I can get back to a regular sleep schedule so I can work starting the 25th. But I was on Instagram and checking out different horror presses and seeing which ones are looking for submissions. So I found two that seem intriguing that I would like to work on. The first one is by Collective Darkness, and so this one is an apocalyptic anthology, and so it has this whole Cthulhu tentacle thing going on. And it says, we seek to publish an anthology of short fiction, short stories, poetry, flash fiction within the dystopian genre. The theme for the first publication will be the apocalyptic terrors and dystopian dreamscapes. So I'm really excited. They want 2,000 to 5,000 words. So I think with this idea of dreamscapes, I think I can run with that, with the whole Cthulhu madness and what are people seeing when they go mad kind of thing, and their dreamscape becoming reality kind of thing. That could be really fun to work with, so I think I'm gonna put that on the docket. Yeah, that one doesn't plan to launch until fall 2022. So there is no no due date yet. The other one that I found is by Sinister Smile Press, and it's for If I Die Before I Wake, Tales of the Otherworldly and Undead. The Better Off Dead series volume 5. Submissions must be 5 to 10k. And so they want ghosts and ghouls and mummies and zombies and undead things and aliens, heaven and hell kind of creatures from other realms, beings outside the planet. And so I think this could be really fun as well. So this one is due by January 27th. So that's this month. So I believe first on my docket to do is the Orla Hart anthology, Off the Tube anthology. So that one, I think I'm gonna go with Danny's Tunnel, flash fiction I've already written and edited. So I will have to think about that for the next day or two and decide, go with the unnatural is the theme. So either go with the idea that eating bugs is unnatural when you're possessed by a Dybbuk, or write something else unnatural. So I gotta figure that one out and then dive straight into this undead otherworldly one. So these are the two that would be due in January. So I am excited to start digging my claws into these. So my 2K short story, my Soot one for Silver Shamrock, I believe? No. Silver Shamrock is the alien one. So there's so many of these. This is the one based off of the picture. So my Soot one isn't due until April. So that one I will put on pause for now. I will go for Collective Darkness and Sinister Smiles and Orla Hart's anthology. So those three will be my next on the docket. Collective Darkness, the Apocalyptic anthology, will be a little bit later because that's not due in January. So yeah, I am getting excited. I'm supposed to be sleeping, so I think I will catch up with you all in the morning later on when I start writing. Alright, daytime now, and this is the table I have been writing on. It needs a lot of work and I can't take it anymore, There's rabbit food and a broken printer and my microphone and washi tape and paints and journaling supplies and art supplies and everything. So I'm going to be clearing this off and getting stuff organized today so I can write. It's Friday, 4:17 in the evening, so I have cleared off my table. It is so much better. I don't keep bumping my elbow on the broken printer, so that's nice. I cleaned the rabbit cage, and I'm currently watching HK Darkwood on their live write-in right now. And then it's Fanfiction Friday on Charlie's channel, on Project Shadow channel. So I'm really excited for that. I'm actually going to be on screen for that because I want to talk to people. So until 5, so for the next 45 minutes, I'm going to brainstorm stories that I can write for these publications that I researched last night. So that's what I'm going to be up to for the next little bit. So I'm in my big old journal that I have all my story ideas and development in, and I'm creating a new horror section. So this is all my YA and adult sci-fi world building and stuff. So I'm gonna start a horror section and just start doing webs of brainstorming. So let's get going. So here's what I've got so far with my basic little spider's web. So I have unnatural in the center, and from there I thought of possession, aliens, unnatural weather, body horror, and I've spiderwebbed out from there. So maybe the possession is by an angel. You could have burning from the inside, transforming, they'd be able to see sin, have runes on their bones, gain angel powers, and lead to their death because the human vehicle is not meant to hold an angel, maybe. or we could go with aliens that lead to visions that you can see the true state of the world in flashes, kind of like glitches in the Matrix kind of thing. Aliens using humans for unnatural to us purposes, like the Matrix. We could have weather go gothic weather and have body snatching, which would lead to them being haunted because they are snatching dead bodies. Body horror, you could be being eaten. It could be from surgery, from experimentation, either government sanctioned or in secret. It could be from your body twisting into different positions from being possessed or taken over by an alien. So I have all of these things to mull over in my brain and try and figure out what I want to write for Unnatural for Orla Hearts anthology, and then go from there for my alien ones. Hello. It is just about midnight of Friday night, so it was Charlie's Fanfiction Friday stream that I was on, and it was lovely. So I worked on my fanfic for a little bit, and then realized that the date for Orla Hearts anthology is a lot sooner than I thought it was. So with that brainstorming that I did earlier, I geared it towards what I'm gonna do for Orla Hearts. So I went with possession and body horror. So I'm combining the two, and it is basically a girl turning into a creature that consumes souls. So it's really fun. I'm pulling some inspiration from a Harry Potter fanfic that I had read before, as well as just like the birds and what is it called? And Hannibal. So there's this one episode in, I believe, season 2 of Hannibal, where it's somebody who identifies as a creature, builds this giant contraption with like jaws of a cave bear that's extinct because he works in a museum. So he steals fossils and creates this basically like contraption where he can walk around and move and clamp the jaws like an animal can to kill people. So instead of them thinking that they should be an animal, they have actually transformed in this one. But it's that idea of transforming into a creature that must kill and eat. And so it's pretty fun. The body horror starts with the teeth falling out. So the teeth look fine, and then they just start falling out, and the insides are hollow with like a black ooze, and the gums recede, and something else comes in instead, and it's going to eat souls. So that's really fun. I am at 677 words, and I have gone through the transformation, and I am at the first kill. Well, I just did the first kill, so now it was 2 people at the same time. So she killed one, and now she's about to kill the other. And I just wanted to read to you the first little paragraph, because I can. It all started when I lost my front tooth. The pristine porcelain was hollow and rotted from the inside, dark sludge oozing from where the roots should be. My dentist said it must have been a cavity and to floss more. The new voice inside my head laughed. So that is it for Friday night. I think I'm going to stay up a little bit later and sketch, and then I will see you all tomorrow for Saturday. Okay, it's 1 a.m. I wanted to draw and paint, so after getting off of Charlie's live stream, I asked them which one of the papas for the band Ghost is their favorite, and they said Papa 3. So I took an hour and I drew and painted Papa 3. So yeah, fun stuff, fun stuff. Now it's time for sleep.
Alright, how did it go for everyone? Laura shared 2 stories and they were both awesome. awesome. Well done, Laura. Very, very cool. Helene wrote
The first non-Christmas candle of the year. It is keeping me company during this live write-in. Why, hello. It is Saturday evening. I spent the day clearing out the cardboard in my hallway and just getting things a little bit more in order, sweeping, and I got some of my Unis Honest merch. I'm so happy! It's the first little shipment of Unis Honest merch that I ordered forever ago, and so I'm still waiting for the stuff that I got on the final day. So that's exciting. I have been journaling, and I painted some of the bath tokens from Spirited Away, and my merch came with stickers, so that was awesome. So that's what I have been up to. It is time for some live streams. So Tessa is on right now, and then Jacqueline Kirk is on, and so I will be watching these live streams, and Set is now digging, if you can hear him. He stopped. So, yes, I will hopefully make some progress on my Soul Eater story. So, yes, I forgot to tell you what I have just been doing. I have uploaded a couple of 20-minute winter timers that have ambient music that I got off of YouTube Studio, so I know it's copyright free, so I can use them in my live streams. They're lovely winter photos from Unsplash with, I think it's Kevin MacLeod, is the artist, the composer, so I'm excited to have some winter timers to use with beautiful ambience. So yeah, let's get to writing. Good evening. Yes, I know a fright, but it's Sunday. It's a day of rest, and so I have started on a super secret project, so that's gonna be fun. Yes, so it's not gonna be something that I publish or anything, but it's gonna be for fun. It's a super secret project, and I have started on it. I was working on it during Jules's sprints, and also during Little Forest Tome's journaling sprints, so that's been great. I will get back to writing my actual short stories and stuff tomorrow, but today has just been a calm secret project day, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright everybody, it is Wednesday. It is at 3:43 in the afternoon. I have not been vlogging because I have been not very presentable, but yes, I have finished up my Soul Eater story. So the story where this girl gets possessed by this demonic being and transforms into a creature that eats human souls. So that was great fun. I have already recorded my audio reading of it and have got my sister to be able to do the demonic voice in her head. So I am waiting for her lines, and I will post it up. It's for Orla Hart's anthology. So I just wanted to document a little bit of my process and say that the idea of the beak came from Charlie Dorset, because I started out with body horror, how her teeth fell out, and people were asking well, how is she gonna chew and eat the soul? And Charlie was like, well, beaks are cool. So I have the teeth fall out and a beak grow in. So that's really fun. I was on Maggie MM Ward's live stream, and she came up with the idea because I was stuck with how to end it. She's like, maybe it can tap on, go into a mirror, or tap on glass, or evaporate the mists, the dew in the morning. And so that came up with a little bit of how I'm gonna end it, and yeah, it's been really great. So that is done. waiting for my sister. So hopefully by Sunday I will have it up and waiting for the anthology to go live. So right now I finished up on Jules's The Dawdling Riders live stream, and I'm now on Diane Dobson Barton's live stream and working on my Soot Labyrinth story. So I'm happy with where it's going, but I had a super awesome dream 2 nights ago. So I wanted to have it again last night, but it didn't happen. So here's the gist. A couple years ago, I had this recurring nightmare about an alien invasion that turned kind of Matrix, and then and I was one of the people that was chosen to be eaten by the alien race, and so like had to escape my ranking that I was given to be eaten. And so I don't really remember how I got out of it. Like, it was this whole like escape through tunnel networks and everything, and it was crazy. But I had the dream again 2 nights ago, but this time I remembered I had had the dream before, so I knew what was coming. So I was basically like a prophetess in this dream, saying like, the tidal wave is coming, that skyscraper is gonna fall this way, so you don't want to go that way, and we gotta escape from the tidal wave. And then they were all happening, and the alien invasion came, and I knew how they chose people, so I did certain things to get chosen as part of their assassin class. And so in my dream, Kylo Ren was one of the assassins, and it was awesome. And so I'd have to change that a little bit to make it publishable. But yeah, so he was already an assassin for the alien race, and I was being transformed into one of the next assassins, so to be a colleague and to have to go and fight basically Star Wars invasions that were coming to take over the alien race that had taken over Earth. So I'm really excited to try and write about this. So I'm going to do a short story. So the one for Silver Shamrock is, I believe, like a 6,000 word story. So I think I'm going to do my original dream version, where I'm going to be in the To Be Eaten class. And then for a full-length novel, I would like to do the I know what's happening and I am going to be chosen as an assassin and go through that process. So a little bit of Red Rising. So yes, that's what's been happening. It's been great. I'm really happy. And it's time to simmer down and get back to the Soot Labyrinth story, because that one is due in February. So much closer than the other one. Silver Shamrock isn't until April, so I have longer to write that story. So when I couldn't sleep last night because I wanted to have the same dream over again to remember even more of it, I just laid there brainstorming a bit on like how certain things would work. And so I just got up, came out here, opened the laptop, and started typing things out. So I have the gist of what things happen and what goes on. So it's like The Matrix meets Promised Neverland meets Star Wars. So meets Red Rising. So it's a big mush of some of my favorite things. So yeah, very exciting. And I will let you know how the writing is going. It's now 7:18. I am on Charlie Dorset's live stream working on my Soot Labyrinth story. So I am a little stuck with trying to decide which idea I want to go with for the monstrous creature on the upper labyrinth level. So on the lower labyrinth we have the Soot Mavens. Everything is dark, they hunt by sound. On the upper level there are lanterns and light, and they actually speak. They don't use sign language, so they don't hunt by sound. So I'm trying to figure out what they are, whether I should go with the anglerfish idea that they have like a human as a lure to lure people to be eaten, or if it is like an undead skeleton that wears the corpse of somebody else to live as them to find victims, or like what's more scary? And what would make it cool to go with lanterns? So I found a really cool Japanese folklore story where there is a woman with a peony lantern, so the flower, a peony, and she, it's love at first sight with this guy who sees her across the street. And so he invites her over, and they have a whirlwind romance together that night, and the neighbor sees that he's actually with a skeleton. And so he's like, what the heck? When he hears it from the neighbor the next day. And so he ends up going to the shrine to ask the priest what's going on. And on the way to the shrine, he sees a grave of the woman that he was with the night before. So she'd been dead since a while. And so she doesn't reappear for him since he found out what she was until the day that he is so downtrodden and misses her so much, and he goes back to the graveyard. She appears one last time. They embrace hands, and he disappears. And so the priest opens up the coffin of her grave and sees the two of them entwined. And so he died. And so that was really interesting. So this idea of skeletons and lanterns in this folklore is really cool. That would be fun to play with. But I also have this anglerfish idea, and then there's that idea of a skeleton wearing somebody else's corpse, and so I'm not sure what I want to go with. There's so many options. So, decisions, I'm just sitting here thinking, drinking my herbal peach tea. It is so good. So, yeah, my live write-in starts at 9, so in an hour and a half. So, yeah, gotta keep thinking. Why, hello there. It is Saturday, 9 at night, the 16th. Oh my goodness. So I have decided to come up with horror prompts and put them on the blog on my website. So I came up with 23 so far. I posted a blog post with the first 20. Usually when I find horror posts, they have a long list of prompts, so they have a variety. So I thought 20 would be good, but it may be too long. It's a lot of words to just look at and just have your eyes glaze over. But yeah, I have that on there. I actually did a tweet about it, which I never tweet, pretty much. Yeah. And then I put a link to it on a couple of Discords. So we'll see what happens. And now I'm journaling. So I have had all of my creativity sapped out of me, coming up with 23 story ideas basically for writing prompts in one night. So that's been fun. So yeah, I am journaling now in this bad boy. So good stuff, good stuff. Hopefully I can come up with some more prompt ideas so that I can have a series of horror prompt blog posts, and they're on my website, lauranettles.com. So fun times. So aside from writing, I actually cleaned a bit. So I cleaned the bathroom, I even mopped. So progress has been made. Even though I don't look presentable, it was a good ol' get into the grime day, so I think it's excusable. And yeah. Okay, I forgot to tell you. It came in the mail! It's so fat. But yes, I am officially published, and I can hold it in my hand. Now on page 294, almost 394, just off by, 100. But yeah, look at, it's me! So yes, good times, mission accomplished. Hello. It is Tuesday, January 19th. So I have been coming up with horror writing prompts. I am on number 60. I just finished number 63 now. I am creating some more romantic-ish horror for Valentine's Day list of prompts, so that's fun. I did my live write-in last night and it went really well. We had a few people there and we had some good stuff. It was good. I enjoyed it. I have work starting next Monday, so I will need to reshuffle my schedule to be able to figure out exactly when I should be doing lives, when I should be able to go on to other people's lives and do work and sleep. So we'll see how it goes. It shouldn't change too much. It's just I'm going to be having to get up earlier, so I don't know if I'll be able to stay up as late as I have been. So we will see. But yes, today I am working on more horror writing prompts, and then hopefully I will get to my Soot Labyrinth story. So yes, that is the agenda for today. Oh my gosh, so I put prompt 64 up on Tessa's stream. You hear a tapping coming from the inside of a mirror when you are half asleep, and only when you are half asleep. A shadowy hand with a pale skeletal finger with a long broken nail keeps up the staccato rhythm. One night that tapping suddenly stops with a crack. You look to the reflection and notice a hole where the tapping has broken through the glass. Something is oozing through to your side. And then Megan, no thank you, pale skeletal finger and ooze. Go back to where you came from. Thank you very much. Perfection. I love you, Megan. It is now 12:10 in the morning, so it's technically Wednesday, but I have been working on my blog all day, and I have some posts scheduled. I have been posting the flash fictions that I had submitted to the Project Shadow podcast, the ones that I had read out loud already, so I can't really submit those to publications for anthologies because they've already been published in a way, so put those on my blog. And the Orla Hart Anthology Volume 1 is now on my blog. Volume 2 will go live when the video goes live on Sunday, I think the 24th. And yeah, I have completed 80 horror prompts that I have not completed, created 80 horror prompts. So those will be going out periodically on my blog. I redid the whatchamacallit, how you navigate through my website. So instead of having a drop down to get to the blog, it's now one of the main menu options. So it's easier to find, which is great. And I actually created the little logo that goes on the tab next to the name of the website you're on. So I created that because apparently I didn't have one. So yes, fixed that. It's really cool. And I have been kind of putting off my sit story because I'm not quite sure how to deal with my anglerfish. So tomorrow my goal is to get up at 8, start doing a morning routine. So I need to be able to get up and get ready because Monday I start work. So I need to be getting up because work starts at 9:30. So I need to be able to get up early enough to get presentable, eat some food, all that kind of jazz. So that is my progress so far, and I'm really excited. I've had like 38, I think, hits on my horror prompts number one. There we go. So yes, I am getting a little bit of traffic, but now there's some stories there for them to read as well. If they do enjoy the plot, the prompts, then there's stories to read along with it just to see what I'm all about. So that's awesome. And I will see you guys later. So later in the day. Good night. All right, everybody. It's Thursday the 21st of January, 2021. And I am starting on my space monster horror short story for Silver Shamrock, and I'm trying to figure out what kind of monster I want. I'm thinking it should be about human sized, I really like my city-sized monster from my Soot story. I think I landed on the title Soot Scamp for that one, because that's the name of the species that the main character is for that story. So hopefully that title sticks. But it's gone through many iterations. But yes, hopefully now I can get some inspiration for this kind of monster. It's really hard when you've watched so much Doctor Who, you've seen Alien, you've seen The Thing, and you have all these other creatures in your brain, and you're like, I want it to be able to blend in with people like The Thing, so you don't know if it's the person or not, because all that terror is like, I can't just rip off The Thing. I need to make it original-ish enough and unique. Otherwise, just go watch The Thing. So, now I'm getting the hiccups. So I really like my underground city sized monster in Soot Scamp, and it's really cool. It has all these rock growths that look like a city, and it has lights in the window that are actually like bioluminescence, and the city can shift like plates to reveal the soft creature inside. Like, it's really cool, and I really like it. But how do I come up with something unique for outer space that's not already been done? This is interesting. So I need to brainstorm and keep coming up with more things. I think I'm gonna study some nature just to get some more inspiration. Like my city creature is an anglerfish, basically. That's not in the ocean. So maybe I should study some other predators and see what they have that's unique and interesting. That's not done too much. So probably not one of the big cats, because everything has claws. So, well, not everything, but most things have claws. So I'm going to try and think of unique predators and see how they function and go from there. I just researched a bunch of nature and animals and predators and stuff like that to get some inspiration for my alien. And I rediscovered Zefrank1, Zefrank1, all one word. His True Facts series is golden. Oh my goodness. It's so professional with the camera work and everything. And then just the narration is just so funny. It is so funny. I love it. And I got some inspiration from some of those. And then I think I have decided to go with an alien owl. So something with feathers. So I'm thinking a crazy strong beak that can pierce through a spaceship, 6 tentacles along the torso that can wrap around it, and claws that can shred it, and little baby owls that can skitter around in the vents. So that's what I'm thinking so far. But yeah, so pretty good day today. Is it Thursday or Friday? I'm so confused. It's only Thursday. It feels like Friday. My days, man, they're all blurred together. But yes, that's what I'm going with. So I spent a sprint coming up with a synopsis. So it's a spaceship held together by duct tape makes an emergency landing on a planetoid where other ships have disappeared before. And then I have some more details that I'm really excited. I also found a horror beat sheet that's based on Save the Cat that may help. So I'm like, in my brain I think of the movie Alien, and there's all of these things that happen to amp up the terror and everything, and this one has a max limit of 6,000 words. So there's not too many beats and sub-beats that you can do in that short amount of time. Like, the minimum is 2.5K. So that's longer than anything I usually write for these short stories. So that does give me some wiggle room up to 6K. but still there's a lot of beats that I want to fit in here to make it feel like a fully fleshed out story and not just here's a snippet of a story and here's a piece of one and just the finale. So I want it to feel like a beginning, build up the suspension and the terror and the dread and oh my gosh, and then final confrontation and have a denouement maybe. So yeah, I need to start fleshing this out. So I'll see ya. Alright everybody, it's still Thursday night, but I am clean now. Take a look at that. Amazing. So, I think I am going to hold off on my horror story until my horror craft book comes. But in the meantime, I can go over my Soot Scamp story and edit that tonight while I am watching Tessa Dean's sprints. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get to it. I finished editing my Soot Scamp story for my editing pass. So I have put out the call on a couple of Discord boards to see if channels, groups, whatever, to see if anybody wants to be a beta reader. It's just under 2,000 words, so it's not too big of an ask. So hopefully I get a few takers. And then it's time to journal. So that's what I'm doing for tonight, and then I will go to sleep. As Mr. P would say, good morning, y'all. It is Friday. I actually got up at 7:30 this morning, like a good person. So, I'm on Sarah Sutton's live stream that started at 8, and I'm just staring at the screen in a stupor. So I believe it is time for a morning walk. So let's get to it. Just got back from a 5K walk. Woo! So I got my morning exercise. I'm a little bit more awake now, and so now I remember to talk about my beta reader feedback. So last night I sent one to Bex and to Devin and to Tessa and my sister. So I got feedback already back from Bex. So I went through last night, fixed all the typos she found, and just thought about some of the feedback. And then this morning I incorporated some of the feedback to thread through the mother plot a little bit more so that the ending has more of an impact. So I did that. So that's awesome. And now I'm just waiting for feedback from everybody else. On one of the Discords, somebody else just asked to read my story, so I'm gonna send it to them as well. So hurrah! Hopefully I get feedback soon from the rest of the people, but it's not due until February. That's when submissions open, so really no rush. It's just I'm excited. So yep. And I need to figure out what to work on today, because I already did 100 horror prompts that I created to put on my blog. I have written up the synopsis for my horror short, and I'm waiting for the craft book to get here before I actually dive into writing that one, just so I can have a better idea of how to do a 6K story. So yes, horror plotting and all of that jazz. So I think it's time to start cleaning my apartment and just checking things off my to-do list. So I'll see you guys later. My sister's giving feedback right now. I'm so excited! Ah! So my sister gave me a bunch of feedback and it was amazing. So I went through with her on a FaceTime and we just went through line by line and went through her notes, and I changed a few little things here and there. And then Devin gave me his feedback, which was great. And so I have hopefully sorted out most of the typos now, and I have made things a little bit more clear, and I am excited. So I need to do one more pass through just to make sure that I have the description of the light, the multicolored light, is samey for when I mention it 2 or 3 times. So I need to make those a little bit more unique for when they do come up and make sure that it's earned to describe the light in each of those situations. So yes, that is on the agenda for today, is to do one more final pass, and then hopefully it'll be ready for submission, even though submission's not open till February. So yes, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Mayday! Mayday! Oh my gosh! I'm editing this vlog. It is so stinking long, and I just realized I never wrote the story for Sinister Press that is due in 5 days. So there is a fire under my tushy, and I need to write it. I think I am going to finish my Cloak of Bones story because it fits the premise of the anthology of undead things. So this is a story about a witch who died centuries ago. She's in a grave outside of the Christian cemetery. A necromancer walks through, finds her grave, recognizes it, brings her back to life, and sends her on a mission. So she is a skeleton held together by roots and vines and is on a mission. So I am excited. I gotta figure out my magic system. I gotta get this done in 5 days. So, yes. I think it's 2 to 6K. Was it 2 to 5K? I don't remember. But I think I'm already at like 2K in that story. And I just need to figure out how the magic system works so that she can do the infiltration part and the rest of the mission. So it is halfway done already. So that's good because I don't have a lot of time and I gotta get this going. So yes, I think I'm gonna end the vlog there, and the next vlog will be my mad dash to do my Sinister Press? I think that's what it is. Whatever it is. The If I Die Before I Wake anthology. So yes, I will see you all later. Thank you for watching and putting up with this super long vlog. Hopefully I will never do a vlog this long again. I just didn't know when to end it and where to start it because I kept missing days, so I couldn't just do a week. But yeah, I will see you all next time, and happy writing! Yay!